YouTube, I think it's time for another video. I got a bunch of little punch list items wrapped up here. Hopefully I can piece it all together and make some sort of an interesting video. Kind of get everybody up to speed on where we are. So hang tight. Okay, first thing I gotta go over. Front sway bar. And following with true fashion, it kicked my ass. The first attempt was this hunk of junk I bought from eBay. I should have known. It said Mustang 2 for a 46 Chevy truck, and it did not fit. Dumbass. Where the ended up wanting to mount these pillow blocks were right up here where the steering goes. I couldn't get it to attach to anything. Yeah, so that was my fault. I got bamboozled. eBay. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. So put that on the list with massage parlors. Don't trust them.
I guess I'm like a Shayla.
I ended up buying a universal sway bar mount from my Canadian friends. Same place where I got these Welder Series bends. And I rigged something up myself. I tried mounting the sway bar on the lower side of the frame. I bought a bunch of random brackets through that company because I really didn't know how it was going to work. So I ended up, after a couple attempts, I ended up running the main bar through the frame. That gave me the clearance I needed to go up and grab onto one of my A-arms. And I had some help with that one. I had my boy E and a neighbor kid. His name's Bob, but he's like third generation Bob, so we just call him Big Earl. So I had the boys help me out. We had to custom bend the sway bar arms so I could get a little better reach. Took them up to the other shop and got the liquid wrench out and did a little customizing. I'll put a link for that video there. That's just full video of the boys and I having a little fun playing with fire. And then this weekend I wrapped up some more stuff on the front. I put these insert nuts in there. I don't like just tapping that thin 3/16 inch frame. There really isn't a whole lot of that original frame left. It's pretty thin. And I didn't like how the inner fenders didn't have anything to bolt to the frame. They bolt here on the firewall of the cab. But I threw some of those in to make myself feel good. Threw some random quick tabs in from TMR. That's the same company I got my gussets from. So I threw some of those in some key places where I think I'm gonna have wires. I got my transmission line mounts on here. I put all the front suspension back on because I had to put a brake line tab on there for my flex line. That seemed to be the best spot I could find to put it. Do this one-handed. One-handed. Come on, baby. Come on. Nope. Nope, nope. Need a hammer, need a hammer.
Hammer time.
Hammer. So you ready? Ready? Fuck. First try. And then I'll hard line up from here later down the road. But that is one more little punch list thing I knocked out. If you guys can think of anything else I missed, shoot me a holler. So I'm working back. Today I'm gonna finish up the second sway bar. Same kit, but I'm gonna mount it right there on the rear cross member with the coils. So today I have to cut the bar to length and put my arms on. I'm probably gonna have to shorten them a bit. But the main goal today, I want to weld the tabs down here in the axle because I need to get this thing off to paint. I've got enough odds and ends now where I can get a paint day in. Maybe not a paint day off, primer day. Because I ordered the bed for this truck January? Anyway, it was cold and shitty out. The bed finally came the other day. It is May. It came on Bud's birthday. So that is here.
Wait, it's about fucking time.
It was packaged real nice, but I want to get some primer on it before that thing rusts. So I'm gonna try to get this rear end buttoned up. I gotta put a tab here for the brake line and get this out of here and get it off the paint. Primer, sorry. So these sway bar kits are pretty cool, especially if you're a DIYer and you're putting a bunch of modern shit in an old vehicle where it doesn't belong. I ended up buying these tabs, welded them on. I'm gonna use some more of my inserts, threaded inserts. I got some more bigger ones for this, so that'll bolt up. And it comes in two different lengths. I only needed the shorter one. I mean, it would probably be better if I could go wider and reach my sway arm out there, but my coils are already there and that's where it's going to be. I don't know how effective this is going to work, but it's got to be better than nothing, right? So, and it comes with bushings on the end. You cut your bar and then you pin your arms on the end. So I'm going to do that and get back with you. Okay, that's what it looks like. Kind of mocked up. And this system, you drill it and pin it once you get it all set. So if you are racing or tracking or drifting or doing anything a little more harder than this, you might want to go with something else. They stand by this pin system, so for what I'm doing I think it'll be okay. Because the whole weight of the vehicle and everything, all that movement and distribution of weight on that torsion bar is riding on that pin. They used to sell a splined end and you welded the other, but they don't do those anymore. But good enough for who it's for kind of situation. So I'm going to mock this back up and work on placing my lower brackets. Okay, here we go, all mocked up. Try to see it. I just needed to get my position on the axle here. I'm going to roll with that. And then these brackets, again, that's another option. I went with the smaller ones on the back. These, I can outsmart that off camera. I'm going to cut that and drill it later. But right now, I've only got today and maybe an hour tomorrow. I got to get this axle done. So I'm going to tack these on there and then put the rear discs on. I've been waiting for that. This is going to be cool. There's that side. And here's this one. And those links did come with the kit. I had to custom my order to whatever brackets I want. They got a couple different sizes, A-arms, frame brackets. You can get mounts for the rear coilovers. There's just hundreds of different combinations for these sway bars. That's why I went with it, because it's kind of fun. Here's the parts I want to weld on. Here's my brackets. I don't want to use those hose clamps. That's bush league, but for the first time in my life, I went, oh shit, I hope this comes with directions. I don't know what I have 4 of these brackets. I have shim. So this is gonna take me a minute. Hang in there, don't leave. Okay, I'm back. I had to take a little time out. I can't find instructions, of course, and I got online, found some pictures. What confused me the most is I'm only supposed to have 2 of these. Alright, so that helps. Alright, the only other 9-inch I put disc brakes on, they were a weld-on kind of deal. So, comes with these spacers, T-nut, bracket. Okay, here's another Dutchman option. They put a hole in there. You can either get it with or without. I recommend it. It's luxurious. Extra hole never hurt anybody. Unless you want to sit there all day with an open end wrench. I recommend it. The last thing, I have this stack of shims. I have to find the right distance to put back here. So that might take me a couple tries. So I have to fill in that gap with these shims and the other bolt kit. So that's next. Okay, this is what it looks like all together. I end up using every damn shim that came with the kit. I had to save this for the other side. And I still don't think it's right. I could probably use one more of those thin ones, but for now, for mock-up, that'll work. Alright, I'm going to bolt that caliper on there and hopefully be done with it. Alright, there's my mock-up assembly. It's still off a little bit. If you can see that rotor, it's off. I can't get it tight. I need to play with my shim some more, see if I can get another side. I almost need one more of these small ones. Anyway, back to what I was actually doing. I did all this just so I could mount this tab. And I need to avoid the coils, and then I'm going to try to sneak the brake line right through there. I might even put a mount on there for the hard line, but right now, that's what I got. I'm putting it right there. It should be out of the way of everything. Now I gotta take it all apart, tack weld that in there, and that'll be a wrap on this guy. He's in there. That was an excessive amount of work and brain power just to locate one tab and eliminate a ring that nobody's ever gonna see. But now I'm gonna blow this whole thing apart, get it up on a bench, and finish welding everything. I'm probably gonna see if I can get a couple of these hardline mounts, maybe one here, maybe up on the top if I can. That's it. Next time you see it, it'll be in paint. I haven't painted anything probably about 20 years, so we're gonna take all these little pieces I've been finishing up collecting up to the old man shop and see if I can remember how to spray. I gotta do the bed, tailgate, and a bunch of random parts. Gotta change the scenery a little bit, do something different. So I'll have that video up soon, and if you made it this far, I appreciate it. See you, citizens.